Last time we connected WhatsApp to n8n, so today we are going to add an AI agent that is going to respond to that message accordingly. Let's head over to n8n and see how that's done. So right now we have two WhatsApp nodes already connected. We need to make space for an AI agent here so that it lives in the middle. It receives the WhatsApp message here, it reads it, and then it responds here. So we're going to just delete this connection so we can add our AI agent. Just go and say AI agent. There. So an AI agent is going to need a brain, which is like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, whichever LLM that you prefer. In this case, you're going to use OpenAI's ChatGPT. So let's say connected, click this down arrow so that you can say define below, and you're going to have space to add a prompt. A prompt, as I said earlier, is the instructions that you give an AI agent so that it is grounded to what it should do. It gives it the role, the objectives, and the instructions, the rules, and an example so that it can be able to respond accordingly, according to your business and whichever message that you want responded to your customers. So I've already prepared a prompt, but first let's connect our ChatGPT, sorry, our ChatGPT LLM. So we're just going to say chat model and click the plus button here. And then we are going to choose OpenAI. The OpenAI chat model is ChatGPT. So let's just choose GPT-5 mini. You can choose any other from the list here. But for this, we are going to be using 5 mini. And then you need credentials for your OpenAI account. If you don't have that, head over to platform.openai.com, and at the homepage here, you're going to see if you have any total tokens or any of that. If you have a ChatGPT account, you're going to head to land on this page. If you do not have a ChatGPT account, you need to create one, and then it's going to land you here. So you're just going to go to API keys and then say create new secret key. Give it a name, and then say create secret key. Then copy that key like you're going to see here. I can just like copy my secret key, and then head over and say maybe create new credential, and then I'm going to add my API key here, and I'm going to say save. But now, since I already have that, I'm not going to connect it here. We are going to do that on another video. So, but for this video, we're going to use the credential that I have already connected. And then we say, we already have an OpenAI account, we have the GPT-5 mini, and that is basically it for the chat model. But for this AI agent, we need a prompt. Like I said, I've already prepared a prompt for this agent. So I'm just going to go and get the system prompt. And I'm going to copy all of it, then head over and say expression, and then come so that I can see it here. So you can see the system prompt. I've given it a heading, and then I've given the agent a role. You are Zara, an intelligent and warm virtual assistant for a high-end salon based in Nairobi. And then you can see I've also given it an objective. Maybe you can do objective like here. Okay, just that. And then answer customers' questions about services, styles, and pricing. Schedule, confirm, and manage bookings via the calendar. Then we also have the rules. We have the objective, and then I've given it the tone. The first is the tone and language. Speak like a friendly, warm Nairobi local. You're fluent in English, Kiswahili, and Sheng. Switch naturally based on how the customer speaks. Keep it conversational, never stiff or overly formal. And then think like a knowledgeable bestie who works at a salon. And then I've also given it another rule. Don't overuse Kiswahili phrases like poa, sawa, niaje, etc. Always speak naturally because people don't start with the same phrase in the new text. Like if you don't have a Swahili word to use, switch to English. Most locals understand English. And then I've given it rules. Only answer from the database. We're going to attach a database later in this this tutorial. But for now, we are going to use the rules that I've given it. We are only going to answer from the database, and then never quote prices not on the price list, and unrecognized styles or services hand the customer over immediately. Do not attempt to describe or price them. Then we also give it an example, like this conversation. Hi, do you do stitch lines? And then Zara says, yes, we do stitch lines. What size are you going for? Customer says, I want something like this, and then sends an image. Then Zara says, image, looks at the database and matches a style in the database and sees its price at that 2,500. It says, okay, that's a medium stitch line. It goes for 2,500. When would you like to come in? Customer says later today. And then Zara checks at the calendar and finds an open slot, and then says, we have a slot at 2 p.m. Does that work for you? Then the customer says, yes, that's perfect. Zara responds and says, confirmed, you're booked at 2 p.m. This is basically an example. And then we have an escalation example. A customer can say, do you do goddess locks? And then Zara says, I currently don't have that information. Let me hand you over to our in-house salonist who will give you an accurate answer. This is a basic prompt that is going to guide our AI agent on how to respond to queries and such things. Let's go back to this WhatsApp, not WhatsApp, the prompt, so that we can tell it to respond to a message according to what comes in through the WhatsApp trigger. Going to just click that arrow, and then here down, I'm going to tell it now, respond to this customer's message. And I'm going to give it the body of this WhatsApp message that came in. So here, okay, that did not come in. There. We can now trigger this workflow up until here because we have not connected the send message to our node here. So let's execute the workflow. It's going to start listening for an event, which I'm going to give it. I'm going to say, hi, is this Nairobi salon? Remember, we've not given our agent the name of the salon, so I'm just going to ask it, is this Nairobi salon? You can see that it has executed the first step here, the WhatsApp here. Now the AI agent has also executed perfectly. It says, hey, this is the output because the body is complete. As you can see, it's green. Hey, yes, this is our Nairobi salon. I'm Zara. How can I help you today? Book an appointment, check our services or prices, or show you styles. So we need it to send that message that it has outputted here. Going to connect our send message node. Let's configure it correctly by adding here the recipient's phone number and the output. I had done that earlier. So the WhatsApp number that's going to respond to is this one here. It's something that you drag out because it's a variable that needs to keep on changing according to the person that texts your WhatsApp number. So that comes here. And then the output from from our AI agent, this is the output here. So when I execute this step, we should see this message on here and also on my phone. Let's just look at my WhatsApp here. Meta says, I asked it, hi, is this Nairobi salon? And then it says, hey, yes, it's a Nairobi salon. I'm Zara. How can I help you today? Book an appointment, check our services, prices, or show you styles. So that's it. Our WhatsApp agent is working correctly. Someone sends a message, the AI agent checks the prompt, and then responds according to the message. In the next video, we are going to connect memory so that it remembers who it's talking to. And then we are going to connect tools like a vector database for it to check the information about the business and all that. We're also going to connect the calendar. So if it sees there is someone who wants to book an appointment, it checks the calendar and also sees if there are any empty slots and books that slot that is open and sends a message to WhatsApp saying that this slot is open. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. So keep it here. We're going to continue this conversation. We're going to build this WhatsApp agent so that it is better and more intelligent for answering questions to any particular business. I'll see you in the next one. So like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.